Hey, what's up you guys? It's the little onion that could, and welcome back to my channel.
Hey queen.
My gosh, we have a lot to discuss. It is the new month. August has started, and that means a lot of stuff is happening in both Union Cross and Dark Road, and we are going to talk about all of it. Now, I'm going to save all of the Union Cross stuff for a different separate video, simply because there's a lot of information to cover. I'm going to give my opinions on the new medals, the new Sora, Kairi, Riku, and then the new event medal, the Dylan medal. We're gonna talk about the Dark Road stuff in this. We're gonna cover the new Efreet event, the Fluttering event, and the fact that you can get 6,000 jewels hunty. We're gonna talk about the new cards, Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. But before we get to all of that, I have an announcement to make. I have finally created a Discord with the help of that guy in Aldi. He offered to help me make one and set one up because I literally know nothing about running a Discord or setting one up. So his help has been very much appreciated. He is my second in command. Y'all better be nice to him.
And be nice to me as well.
No.
I will have the link for that in the description below. And I'm also gonna ask you guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So let's actually discuss the Target Fluttering and Target Ifrit quests first. You can receive up to 6,000 jewels by completing both of these boards in their entirety, and they are not that difficult to complete. Once you get 500 Flutterings and 500 Ifrits defeated, you basically fill out most of these boards, but for the last 1,500 jewels, you need to actually finish the quest itself. If you find yourself dying to this, as long as you can damage them and you have some charms, use those charms. They have been giving us charms out the wazoo. Do not be afraid to use them. I have had to use them on both of these quests actually, because I tried running it on auto mode. Honey, that's just not possible for me, and I'm level 36. It's not gonna happen. The Fluttering is annoying because that shit poisons you, and that's really what damages you for that one. Ifrit lowers your magical defense and just keeps on hammering you with heavy hits to the point where it's just hard to survive against it. But like I said, if y'all got charms, use them. Make sure you complete the event at least once, and then for the rest of the event period, just run it on auto mode, because you really don't have to finish all 14 or 13 enemies out once you have completed the event once. I'm basically going to do this around 10 to 12 times per day to make sure that I get all 1,000 within the next 2 weeks, which will 100% be enough time before each of these events end. It all depends on what your goals are. I recommend filling out at least the board. You don't necessarily have to get that 1,000. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about was this earn quest keys with BP. It's a little interesting and it sounds like a good deal, but it may actually not be. There's a lot of RNG involved in this. So you can now buy and purchase quest keys from the shop. Quest keys are the first thing that we can actually purchase with BP. It's 18,000 BP, and it's clearly a gamble. So the quest in which these quest keys are used allow you to earn anywhere between 14,000 BP and 50,000 BP, and this is all determined by how many gold tricholomas, the fucking mushroom things, how many of those actually appear. And this is where I said the RNG comes in. You get only one guaranteed gold mushroom, and that is as the very final target enemy. Everything else is completely random. You could get 2 mushrooms in one go, you could get 3, you could get 4, you could get 5 for all of them. Some people have actually gotten that. Or you could get only the target enemy. That is the danger of it. You're basically spending 18,000 BP for a quest key that may or may not get you 50,000 BP or anywhere in between that. I think that this feature is going to be really useful for people when you're actually level 50. And the reason I say that is because you're not going to be spending BP on leveling up anymore. And then you can actually farm BP to go towards quest keys for when they eventually raise the level cap, which is something they will 100% do in the future. For most people right now, I don't really see the benefits of doing this. It may work out for you, it may not. Just keep that in mind. All right, now let's talk about August's new events. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely fucking honest. When I read this through the first time, I was literally confused. It just seems like they put the Japanese text into a translator and then copy pasted whatever the fuck that translator said, because some of the English in here,
Honey,
did we go to school?
I'd say I'm surprised, but I know who you are. I've seen it up close and personal.
I remember being in college and people couldn't write essays for shit. Even in the corporate world, people still don't know how to formulate a sentence, and it's very sad.
Tragic.
But I think this is literally laziness, not necessarily a grammar and comprehension issue, but we're not here to talk about that. They added 3 new cards today, Terra, Aqua, and Ventus, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. All of them are elemental-based attacks, so Terra's is lightning-based, Ventus's is wind-based, and Aqua's is water-based. Terra and Ventus are physical cards, Aqua is magical. Each of them has a base power of 25 and a topping power of 65, so these are pretty good cards. They're pretty much at the standard of the meta right now with every other card that's come out. So if you have some cards like Ariel, you don't necessarily need these cards. Terra and Ventus are unique in that they are physical cards with an elemental based attack, and Aqua, as always, is probably the best pull that you can get out of this, simply because she is a magic card. But any of these cards will be beneficial to you. The deal is a typical 3,000 jewels, 10 card draw tickets, and of course you can purchase them guaranteed, ignoring all of the RNG. That card pool is getting a lot bigger, so I will not be pulling on this. I will not be spending shop points on this. The cards that I have right now are completely fine. I am completely passing content. I do not feel like I need to spend on these cards. They are not overwhelmingly powerful to me. If you guys are going to pull for these, that's completely fine. Just make sure that you're actually going to need it for your setups, for the content, if you needed to pass it, or if in general you just fucking want them. Moving on, we've got a monthly mission update, so this is pretty much the new shit. I'm pretty sure we get a dark side card. The other thing that bothers me about this update notice and why it's completely lazy, all of these things had descriptions in the Japanese version. For this one, they pretty much completely remove all of that, and it doesn't make any sense.
I am disgusted.
I'm not quite sure if the team is just small or something like that to where they don't have enough hands to do this, but it's looking a little interesting.
The ghetto!
But basically, the monthly board, we get 3,000 jewels, a dark side card, and then 50,000 BP. And by completing the board, you get 1 card draw ticket. Pretty neat if I do say so myself. Moving on, we've got elemental challenge events. Whatever the fuck that means is gonna be starting on August 3rd. So we'll see what that is when that happens. And then August 6th is when we actually have the main quest update. We were supposed to get this last Thursday, but I guess there was some sort of delay, which they did not announce on their Twitter account. So I'm a little confused as to why they didn't do that.
Get your life together.
Irregardless, it's coming on the 6th. Pretty cool. Whatever. Then we've also got on the 7th the premium quest key challenge. So whatever this is going to be, they're finally releasing that magical golden quest key that I talked about in my last video. I'm hoping that the quests that it unlocks nets you a ton of BP or gives us special prizes or maybe even gives out shop points. Who knows? I feel like these quest keys are going to be a little bit more challenging to get, but we will see. And we've also got new cards that are coming and they're going to be planned to be released on the 17th. Those cards are Mushu, Emerald Blues, and Hag. We will definitely see what those cards are and what they actually do in advance, thanks to Roboloid, so we will discuss that more when we get to it. And this is where they really got super fucking lazy and decided to say, to hell with English. This is the later update schedule. World Battle 4-star has been added. No, sweetie, it hasn't been added yet. This, you literally said it's a later update schedule.
First of all, bitch.
Controlling the difficulty level of World Battle 3-star, planning on controlling the part of enemy parameter as well. I just, girl, what's going on here?
The ghetto.
The ghetto, honey. More big update is planned for the end of September, so please stay tuned. Whoopee. Sounds interesting. We're gonna get rank 4 mode. We knew that was coming. Based off of the Japanese update and the translations from that, not this completely butchered version of it that does not make any damn sense.
If you don't shut your dry, skelly skin ass up, bitch, looking like a damn yard lizard.
They are lowering the difficulty level of rank 3, so if you guys didn't understand that update, that's what they're going to do. How much easier they're going to make it, I don't know. I just hope that finally a lot of us will be able to farm from rank 3 mode, because right now I still cannot farm reliably at all from rank 3. They're also going to add a feature where you can collect materials and create unique accessories for battle. So I don't know what these accessories are going to give, probably passives and different effects. And a really interesting thing is that you can play Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and then earn BP within Dark Road simply from playing the game. It's going to be a built-in function, which is very interesting. I would love to see how much BP you can get just from playing Union Cross. Part 2 of the August event schedule will be announced in mid-August, and of course all these details are subject to change. So this is quite a packed half of the month that they have outlined for us. It's going to be super exciting. There are a couple of quality of life changes on Union Cross that I'm excited about as well, but we will talk about that in the next video. But for now, we are done here. I am donezo with this conversation. What are you guys most excited about from this list of events? What are your opinions on the new stuff that they have come out with thus far? I want to know. I love hearing from y'all. Leave it in the comments below. Maybe drop a comment in the new Discord. Whichever you decide, I love hearing from y'all. But I will see you guys in the next one.
Hi, it's fucking Mickey. If you were passionate about a business, then you would know what it takes to run a fucking business. But you don't. So don't even act like you're about the Disney life, bitch.